Alright, let's look at the practice exam 3, problem number 8. Alright, so we want to find the three critical numbers between 0 and the 2 pi for this function here. Alright, first we have to take the derivative. So f prime of x is equal to, alright, so I think there's 6 in common, so first I'm going to actually pull out 6. Right? And you have a 2 cosine of x plus cosine of 2x. Right? Right, let's take the derivative here. Okay, so let's say I'm gonna leave the 6 alone. Right? And 2 cosine, derivative of 2 cosine of x is negative 2 sine of x. Right? Then the derivative of cosine of 2x would be, so derivative of cosine is negative sine, and then of 2x, but we need to multiply by derivative inside, which is 2. Right? So it looks like we have negative 2 is in common, so here's negative 2. Right? I'm gonna pull those guys out. Right? So combine those two and pull those guys out. So negative 2 times 6 is negative 12. Right, then you have a sine of x plus sine of 2x. There. Alright, then I would like to use the trig identity to rewrite this guy right here. Right, this is sine of 2x is 2 times sine of x times cosine of x. Right, this way I can factor out here sine of x in the first term, also the sine of x in the second term, and again I'm gonna pull those guys out. Right, so we get, alright, so negative 12 is already there, and the sine of x is now pulled out. So what's left is 1 plus 2 cosine of x. Right? And we're going to set this guy equal to 0 to find the critical number. Right? So here there are two possibilities. We can make sine of x equal to 0, or we can make 1 plus 2 cosine of x equals 0. Right? For this one, we can say, right, solving for cosine, we want the cosine of x to be negative 1/2. Right? Alright, so let's do the unit circle. So I'm going to draw a unit circle here. Here's the x-axis. Here is the y-axis. And then unit circle. So it's a circle centered at the origin with radius 1. Right? So remember that the sine represents the y-coordinate of the point on the unit circle. So sine, we want sine to be 0. So there are a couple points on the unit circle whose y-coordinate is 0. So at that point and that point. Right? Angle here is 0, so we're not going to consider that. 0 is not included. But the angle from here to there would be pi. Right? So this tells you that x is equal to pi. Right? Next one is 2 pi, which is outside the interval there, so we're not going to consider that. So we found one. Alright, then how about the cosine equals negative 1/2? Right, cosine represents the x-coordinate of the point on the unit circle. So we want it to be negative 1/2. So you can see that there are a couple points again. One point is right here, and another point is there. Right? The angle we're looking for would be, so angle here. Right? So this is the angle. Right? So you can see that this is the 30 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree triangle. So it's a 180 minus 60 would be 130. 180 minus 60, 120. So this is going to be, so pi over 6 is 60, so 2 of that, so it's pi over 3 is 60, and 2 of that is so 2 pi over 3, right? So this tells you that x is 2 pi over 3, right? Another angle is from here all the way to the other one, right? So that's going to be, let's see, so that's another 60 degree from 180. So 180 plus 60 would be 240, right? So which is the same thing as, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 pi over 3, right? So those are the critical numbers. So we found the 3 critical numbers that we are looking for. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.